welcome to another fantastic stream. It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only, here with
Second Peep
and Mr. Ant. It looks like my boy got a burger with tomatoes. You said you got the huge burger. So I didn't know they had multiple sizes.
Yeah, this is like not even the largest.
I think that actually is the largest. The big double looked like it was less in price, so I think it actually is less in like size too. When Ryan doesn't believe you.
Yeah, you are right. It's like less.
Yeah, I think the big double is more. Which is interesting because the huge is already a double burger, so I don't entirely understand.
What is big double? They seem like a decent burger. I still think
Matt accidentally ordered the wrong thing. But that's fine. Do you like the chicken sandwich?
Not really.
I mean, like I said, you could easily
I still think I like Five Guys' burgers better. But maybe I should have added ketchup.
Yo, Kirby, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Ryan's regretting not adding ketchup to his burger, and Matt ordered a chicken sandwich instead of chicken tenders. What'd you get as a side? Oh, so you did the chicken nuggets meat.
Yes.
So Matt got the combo, where he got a grilled chicken sandwich, which he really wanted was chicken tenders, fries, and chicken nuggets. And what'd you get to drink?
Right.
Then you got a Sprite. Then Ryan got the huge burger with tomatoes, and then what'd you get to drink?
A soda pop.
So vague. Did you get anything else, or did you just get the sandwich?
Was I supposed to get something else?
Whoa. Dude, what the fuck? So, here's where Ryan fucked up, right? Ryan got the huge burger with a large Coke for $6.30. When you can do the combo, right? Where you can get the big double burger and two sides for $4.99. So a bigger burger and two sides
How is
for $4.99.
How is it a bigger burger if it costs less?
How it's.
Oh wait, the big double was less.
Yes.
Right,
So a
yeah.
smaller
You wanted more
burger but
meat.
two sides. Yeah, I guess you ended up getting a good deal with meat.
Except you could have just gotten two side orders of chicken nuggets. From Peeps.
Yeah, I think you probably would have done better with a combo.
Sorry.
No problem. Matt had the good idea with the combo.
If I were to get a milkshake, what would you like recommend?
What would I recommend?
Yeah.
What flavor do you like the most?
I don't know.
Vanilla.
I mean, since you like vanilla, you should just get vanilla if you got it straight. Kirby said milkshake.
My favorite flavor of milkshake is milk flavor.
I'm not sure if they have that for you.
Just a cup of milk, please.
I wonder if you can do that or not.
You gotta be like you say and go to the bar and order a cup of milk.
Elongated man.
Because it was like a secret code thing. It's like you go to this place and like order a milk. It's like, you know, password.
Who was you said?
5Ds.
Oh.
He's a good character. Better than Jaden.
He's like,
Jaden's trash.
Not,
I mean,
not a fan of
he's
5D.
the best. 5Ds is the best Yu-Gi-Oh sequel.
Yeah.
Like if you're not counting like the Yugi stuff, like
Yeah.
with GX 5Ds, Zexal, Archive, and Brains.
It goes original series in 5Ds, and then GX, and then every other bit of trash after that.
Kirby said Monster Reborn
Well,
is
I
back
haven't
in
seen
Yu-Gi-Oh!
anything
Boys.
particularly bad about Brains. If anything, it seems bland. Where Zexal and Archive were like kind of bad.
Why do you not like sex?
its main character's an idiot. He's bad at card games.
Yugi wasn't very good at card games.
But he didn't play any card games.
Except at the end where he learned.
Yeah, he just has the Pharaoh duel, which is kind of like his whole point. Because he's too like afraid and like weak to play card games.
Kirby said, even though I don't know where to put it. He's talking about how Monster Reborn's back in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Just put it in.
Just take something out. Take one of those shitty cards, Hal, and put in Monster Reborn. It's the same thing with Solemn Judgment. Like, Solemn Judgment is probably better than a lot of whatever you're playing.
This time around.
I mean, you might not necessarily
He
want
said
to
I
play
hate
Monster
Solemn
Reborn
Judgment.
like if you're playing like a Pendulum deck, but what do you have against Solemn
Here's
Judgment?
the meme. Just make a 41 card deck.
With Upstart Goblin as the 41st card.
Did they unban that?
Solemn Judgment is one of the most strongest cards in the game.
Kirby said, except for counterfeit.
But you can play in like every deck, because that's what everyone's doing. Unless you have some weird like 2K or something.
This time around, I got a chocolate peanut butter fudge, Reese's Cup Oreo peanut butter
People
shake.
will be playing Solemn Judgment more than Monster Reborn. Because the better card.
Monster Reborn should be at 3. Yo, Kirby. Oh wait, Kirby said, I've seen someone lose a game purely because they played Solemn
That's
Judgment.
because they played it wrong. I just...
Good map. There's a new
There was a
kid-
game I played where he had like 3 trap cards, and every single time he activated them at the wrong time. Because I summoned a card that had like no on-field effect, and he played Breakthrough Skill. And then I summoned a card that, because it was like a Giant Rex, so I summoned it when it got banished, and then he Breakthrough Skilled it, even though that wouldn't have done anything. And then he played Bottomless on my Raptor, even though he could have just like waited to use it on like a Tyranno. And then later, I play Baby Sasaurus like its effect from Lost World, and he solemns that. He solemn strikes the baby in the graveyard instead of like a tyrant. And then like a turn later, I summon 2 Tyrannos and just kill him.
Because he has nothing
Yeah,
left.
because he was an idiot or whatever.
Kirby said they played it against a monster, and then it was revived with premature burial, so it didn't matter.
Then don't do that.
You can't control premature
Burial
burial.
is bad. Like you talking about like the shitty one?
The 800 life points one that you revive a monster? Because that's the only one I know.
They made a new one. It's like some other premature burial thing. There's a format where you could use fake cards. Well, if you can do that, then just don't save Solemn for a better card.
Were you
Like,
running? Was the guy playing running 3
It was
pot of
probably like
greens?
traditional format.
He should have been running 3 pot of greens.
Yeah.
Man, what does Spot of Greed do?
It wins games.
Allows you to draw 3 cards.
3 cards. I thought it was 2.
No, you see they upgraded it. It was too weak before, so they made it strong.
Wait, did they actually?
No.
I was about to
They
say.
made like a half dozen other pots
Yeah.
to try and replace it. Only one of them's done like a decent job at actually replacing it.
Avarice, I believe?
No, Desires. Because
Kirby.
Avarice is different
It's like
than
the
just the
trap
straight
card.
draw 2. Desires, you banish 10 from the top of your deck face down, and then you draw 2, which is fine
I mean, I guess
because
if you got the right technical.
they weren't gonna use those cards anyway. This pot of greed.
Kirby
Desires
said
is trash.
it was a box battle. He also said Desires is
battle.
trash.
Desires is trash only if you're bad.
I'm not a fan of Desires.
I'm not a fan of Desires either, but I've played it.
If you got a deck that specializes in banishing cards, then you're fine.
Well, they banish face down, so you can't even like revive them. They're banished. The only way to bring them back would be to use like Omega or something to put them back like in the graveyard. because it just takes any banish card. It doesn't matter what the card is. Cyrus is... It's not a minus online. It's a minus 11 because it's going to get negated by Ash.
That was pretty good. Oh, we were looking at a card earlier today. That's like a continuous spell. And every time a Link monster dies, you get to summon a monster from the grave that's not a Link monster.
That's silly.
But only if it gets killed by your opponent or your opponent's card effect. But that also means you can run it into your opponent and
That's
summon
silly.
something.
No, I don't think people are going to play it.
You're not a fan?
I think it's silly and I think it's bad.
I think it'll be cool. Kirby said World Legacy End. Is that the name of the card?
So then I hate Pendulum and Link monsters as a whole, so you know.
It was like white hat something.
Because it was in that side. Wasn't
The
the side
white
stuff
hat
or
was the
virus
guy, and it was the thing with him. But,
Oh, was it
and
like
had him in
side
the
net
artwork.
or whatever?
Yeah, I don't. It wasn't a World Legacy card.
Yeah. What does World Legacy End do?
Is that the? So you line it up the back.
How was not the grilled chicken?
Not great.
This stage just keeps getting worse and worse. He like screws up the turn, and then he orders the wrong food. But I think the virus cards are neat, the new one. And stuff.
That's what Ryan's like main thing is.
I was trying to tell Jet to like read it, but Jet wouldn't. Because
Jet doesn't read.
what is once per turn of a face-up Link monster you control is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect.
Special
You can special
summon.
summon one World Legacy.
From your hand or deck in defense position.
Yeah, that's not the card we're talking
This is
about.
a different
The
card.
one we were
but
talking
it's a
about
very
was
similar thing.
where it's like you get to revive any monster
Yeah, it's not
in
World
the grave
Legacy
that's
based.
non-Link.
Yeah.
So you probably will end up reviving a Link material.
Or something
like
you've sent.
Yeah.
Oh no, you need materials from Link monsters?
Yeah. It's not too bad. Not too
Pendulum
bad.
and Link monsters are terrible.
Pendulums are terrible. How? What?
Like,
Just say they're terrible.
terrible concept.
It's not a terrible concept, though. You get a special summon 3 monsters at once. All the blue eyes white trash
I'm wondering if I want a drink to go or not.
to go. A drink or a shake?
Or shake.
Because there's a bunch of pendulum decks that aren't even good.
But like what I'm saying
So
is
it's
that
not
it
like
takes
the
up...
mechanic that's overpowered. It's just the power creep of the specific cards themselves, which applies to everything. Actually, Links are different though because they shit on all the
Based on
extra
anything,
deck styles.
Well, links are weird because they actually changed.
Yeah, because they like
gameplay.
reroute the mechanics of like the entire extra deck around links, so that you can't even play
certain
to the
archetypes don't
extent.
even work anymore.
Yeah, certain archetypes that would summon. Well, not without links.
No. Like the Power Ranger archetype doesn't work now.
Well, you can use links to summon it. It'd just be very difficult. Plus, the deck was already dead before links. Like links didn't hurt it; it was already dead because Kaiju's just Kaiju that guy.
I mean,
if they added a clause, this is it can't be Kaiju, then it would be good, you know? It's like, that's the thing with boss monsters. Like, you see, the last 2 huge boss monsters, that Spellcaster guy, and then this new Virus Dragon, they both have clauses that says it can't be tributed because of Kaijus.
And because
the
of this
prevalence.
new
So-
thing that you've been describing, which does a lot of tributing of your opponent too.
Well, that's the thing that's, I get, like, mirror map for the virus deck. It's not gonna be played, like, outside of it, I wouldn't imagine. But yeah, I guess.
And how is it phrased, the thing that lets you tribute dark monsters for your effects?
You should have read it, Jess. You were right there. You had time. It says, like, it's like a field spell, right? The first effect is, like, I think it's like if either all monsters on the field or all your opponent's monsters become dark. And the second effect is, like, you can use your opponent's, like, dark monsters or whatever as the tribute material, or as the tribute for, like, tributing cost effect. It's not worded that, but it's like, that's what it does.
Because if it's that vague, you could use other effects that
Yeah,
would
you
tribute
could.
monsters that are not in that
Yeah,
register.
kind of.
That would be great. That sounds like it has potential to do something.
Yeah. So like you could summon a winged beast, dark monster, a black wing, and then tribute their something like that. Yeah, it's because it says as tribute, like just to activate your effects. So yeah.
Chad, maybe you should have read.
So then you can like tribute your opponent's stuff for the virus. This is the new virus, which is interesting. You can destroy like 6 cards from your opponent's deck. If you like tribute the big dragon guy, or tribute something else. Or like a 3,000 attack monster will take like 5 or 6 monsters out of their deck. But it only destroys them, so they'll just get like graves set up. So you want to use it wisely. Maybe you would want to like use a different virus or something, depending on the deck. But like all the viruses have like ones that hit different like attack, above 15, below 15, and like defense. So there's probably a virus for whatever you need to counter. And the new one just like hits any monster. Your opponent can choose the monster.
Oh, okay.
So it's
But
like
if there's only one choice.
But it's choice between the hand or deck. So
there's only
one
choice.
monster in the deck. Oh yeah, that'll do them a lot of good.
But it looks like we are all ready to go. What is your review of Cookout? I know you have a 5, so it's average. I feel like next time you should try the chicken wrap. We've heard it's good.
10 year death experience.
What
Never
was your review of
It's
Cookout?
fine.
Like number
6 out of 10.
6, so a 5 to 6. I only come for the shakes and best shakes in town. Best shakes in town. You already know.
See, it averages to like a 7.
It averages to a 7.
Yeah.
So 10 plus 6 plus 5 is 21. Divided by 3, that is 7. You are right. Kirby said milkshakes.
No, what's the thing you said before?
That was the World Legacy thing. We read that like forever ago. Yeah. But thank you all for watching. It seems like we're about to head back to the dorm, and we'll log back in with another stream. Maybe Shadowverse, but I feel like Ryan's not a fan of those Shadowverse streams.
I don't watch or care about it. I'll just be bored.
You'll just
Be on my phone, watching it run out of battery power because that's like 15%.
Well, I don't want you to be bored.
Like what?
Cool. But thank you all for watching. I hope you have a
It's
wonderful
still at
day.
15%.
This is your
Probably
host,
stuck at that.
your friend, your boy, Jet Black Woman.
Make sure to dislike the
Walking out.
video.
Peace. Make sure to smash that like button.
Dislike the video.